Chat. Alright, so just got done with this Women's Veterans Day event. Not too bad. Kind of long, actually. I was kind of disappointed at how long this event was because it started at 2 and ended at 6, and the big thing was like this balloon toss that you see right here. Like the balloon launch, I mean. So everybody's like taking all these balloons and they're coming together. The green supposed to represent Army, the black supposed to represent, I guess, somebody you lost, and I think yellow is supposed to represent a loved one. I'm not really sure. But anyway, so they launched the balloons. This was the big thing. They didn't do this actual balloon launch until like right around 4:45, and it was hot as hell. Hot as hell. So, like, I ended up having to leave and then come back. Which I feel really bad for. But it was just like, there was no way. No way I'm staying in 97-degree weather in heels and a Calvin Klein dress for this. By the way, this is not me. This is my friend from the Fort Hood Sentinel. She's basically their lead photog. Super sweet girl. Unfortunately, she was in the middle of the frame, so I have basically the only shots I have of this pretty balloon launch have her in frame. So I'm like, fuck, bitch. But she's sweet, and I love her, so I'm not gonna get mad. You know, you really can't get mad over that. Anyway, so normally when I do these kind of events, I take like 5 million fucking photos. Like this one photo, I think I took like 6 or 7 times. And the whole reason why I do that shit is because you see how like the balloons are now? If you wait and like just try to take one at a time, you'll end up hitting something like this. Or something like this. And I know people give me shit for like taking so many photos, but that's the only way, honestly, because I have a shitty ass like Canon, Canon T3i, like Canon Rebel T3i. I love that camera. It is a beast. It is an amazing camera. But I know too it's not very fast. So if I want a good photo, I need to work, which means I need to basically, I guess you would call it like spray and pray, you know, where you've got to like take a ton of photos and then just hope like you got one right. And that's normally what I'll do is like, I'll go through, and especially like if it's a long event, like 6 hours, I will go through and I will take like 1,100 photos. Because out of that 1,100 photos, I will get maybe like 1 or 2 that are really like amazing. You know, not like 1 or 2. I shouldn't really say that. It's like 100 or 200 maybe that are like really, oh my god, yes. And those are the ones I end up posting. Like, people love those photos, but there's like a shit ton of time in between. So, this is all that kind of in-between time that you see here. It's me trying to get photos of them floating away. Fucking stupid. Look at that. That's dumb as hell. This wasn't a bad photo. I didn't have to compete with the other photog. It came out really cute. I wish to God I could have gotten the balloon launch like this, but I didn't. Because luck was not on my side. Anyway, 21:57. So yeah. The way I kind of scrub photos is like, I'll do the big thumbnail. Like, I'll pull everything off of my SD card, and then I have like a external that's dedicated to just photos. Because all of these are raw files. So it's all CR2, and they're freaking huge. So in order to really get a great shot, like, I'm going to be taking a lot of raw files with a lot of data attached to them. This is another thing I was doing. This was our local NAACP youth. These 2 kids right here, They just graduated clean high school. I'm so proud of them. Yay. But anyway, so like they were over at the help center, which everybody that worked at the help center has been kind of like moved to this FEMA trailer. It's fucking fabulous. You can tell. But anyway, so been relegated to a FEMA trailer because they need the building for other city stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's nice-ish if you like trailers, you know. But anyway, yeah, the great thing is like the NAACP youth, they're so into helping out little kids. It doesn't matter what age, what group you are. They're just like down to help out everybody. And the lady that runs it, Miss L'Oreal, she is amazing. Like, I love her so much. Her fiance is going through like this whole issue where his eyes are like slowly, you know, going blind. This is Miss L'Oreal, by the way, this woman over here. And like her eyes are slowly like her fiance's eyes are slowly deteriorating, but she's still volunteering for all these different events. She still sets out her time to like do these bake sales and raffles and help out her granddaughter. Like, oh my god, she's just like the sweetest person on the planet. And I really feel bad for her, but you know how it is. You kind of have to just keep pushing along. So, but anyway, she's in charge of the NAACP youth. And I do photos for them also, especially when I can do photos. Which lately I haven't been able to do so much because, yeah, my engine blew up on my car. So, I don't recommend anyone's engine blowing up. I think it's rather shitty. You don't want to do that. But yeah, so literally my engine and my engine block are just like destroyed. I think I have a photo of it somewhere. Hold on. Ah! Shit. Let me at least scrub this last photo and then I'll pull up 2157. Alright. By the way, quick keys are awesome. I don't know why anybody wouldn't use them, but I have a lot of friends that don't, and I'm just like, what the hell? This makes no sense. So yeah. Anywho, downloads. It's probably in here somewhere. I take a lot of photos, like literally my life. I could catalog through all the photos I take. It's not even funny. Oh yes! This is my engine! Oh, fuck me. Yes, isn't it beautiful? Like, it's broken and shitty, and literally, in order for me to replace it, it's going to be like $3,000. And I'm not going to be able to get a loan for that. Why? Because I have a really bad credit score. I'm a series of unfortunate events when it comes to credit. I ain't even lying. Like, straight up. I don't recommend ever getting married without a prenup. Like, that's what happened to me with my first marriage, and it destroyed my credit. It straight up ate it up. Because I went to basic, and, like, I gave my spouse access to our checking account, and, yeah, he wrote a bunch of checks in my name while I was in basic training. So that whole month where I'm like just embracing the suck in like the dirt and the mud and the heat that is South Carolina, he's writing hot checks. I'm like, could you have just waited? I get paid on the 1st and the 15th. You could have waited. But no. Nope. He had to get that beer money now. Anyway. So, live and learn. Ended up getting a ton of debt. I'm slowly digging myself out of it. And everybody's like, well, in 7 years, that'll go away. Well, guess what? In 7 years, the original debt can go away. But if you have somebody else that buys that debt, well, it can literally last indefinitely. Anyway, so like I'll scrub my photos, and this is where Lightroom comes in. I love Lightroom. It's so good. I used to be really big into Photoshop, but now like Lightroom is my everything, especially when I'm trying to scrub photos, like clean them up and make them perfect. Because a lot of these photos, especially when it comes to these kind of events, I'll go through and I'll post them on social media and other platforms. Not really so much that I get paid, because a lot of times I don't get paid for these. But it's more so like people get the word out, like they know what's going on, and they can really get excited and involved. Because I work for a newspaper also. And by the way, my opinions are my own. They're not reflected in the newspaper. But a lot of times you'll notice like a newspaper has a lot of negative stuff, but then there's so many positive things that go on. Like, this was a really positive event, but we didn't have anybody from my paper covering it. Like, nobody came out to cover it. And it was so sad, because this is like the first in the state of Texas for a Women's Veterans Day event. It's meant to showcase like the fact that, you know, we've had female veterans and stuff like that. And yet, like I said, you know, nobody came out. This girl did, though. She is from, like I said, the Sentinel, which is like one of our sister papers, but it's still not the same paper. But yeah, so I'm pretty big in like trying to make sure people see the positive side on things, especially when it comes to events. Like anything positive in the community, I want people to see the good in it, because too many people are focused on the bad, and I'm straight up tired of it. I hate it when people just focus on everything that goes wrong. I mean, there's so much more to life than that, you know? Anyway, so, yeah. This was their balloon launch. It was really cute. I love the little kids. Kids are like my favorite to photograph, because they have so much emotion and so much expression, and it's just like, I don't know. Kids can get you excited about an event. You may be in the 100-degree heat, but you know what? That little kid's gonna make you happy to be there, because like that little kid's everything. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So whenever I scrub these photos, I try to make sure like they're really filling the frame. You see like how there was a lot of extra space. I'll make sure to scale them up bigger and try to drop them down. I make sure to like pop the contrast, like pop the colors out, because a big thing when it comes to photos, especially if you're taking a photo over your phone, is like a lot of people take a photo far away and they don't realize like all of this right here is empty space, and you have to think about this image as like somebody's gonna want to see this, you know, they're gonna want to be involved in this photo, like they're gonna take time to look at it. So the bigger the image, like the bigger the subject, the more detail you have, the more you can give your audience, and people really appreciate that. They do. So that's what I really try to do when I do my photos, is like I try to make sure they're big, I try to make sure the colors pop, you know, I try to make sure to include everybody, because like all these women here, these are all Women's Army Corps, pretty much, which is like, it's like a group from World War II, but they got revamped, you know, to now where it's, you know, just any female that served in the military, which is pretty cool. And then these two girls over here, this is actually from Camouflage Sisters. And they do this whole thing where it's just like, what do you call it? It's a book based off of experiences from African American soldiers, African American females in the military. And it's not just like the negative experiences, it's also the positive ones too. So I guess the easiest way to explain it is kind of like a bunch of short stories. She said something about chicken noodle soup. for the Soul, which I'm not familiar with that book. But anyway, this is the lead author, Leah Hawley. Her book was like #1 on Amazon. But anyway, she's pretty cool. So, yeah. NAACP Youth. Oh my god. I love these kids so much. You have no idea. Like, these are some of my favorite kids. But anyway. Yeah. Miss Loria really wanted to show off the fact that these two kids graduated from Colleen High, And I get where she's coming from. We really have to embrace the fact that kids are, like, we have kids that graduate, which Colleen is pretty damn lucky to have so many kids that graduate. I know of a lot of places where kids just don't graduate, but Colleen has like this really awesome early college program, which lets them, like, I don't know, it's nice and it's shitty at the same time. So it lets them go into classes when they're in their 9th grade, which should be freshman year. They start taking college classes. Now the shitty thing about that is that they start taking college classes their freshman year only. So if they want to take college classes when they're in 10th, 11th, 12th grade, say they can't get in, like, their grades fixed or whatever until then, they're out of luck. They had to do it freshman year. Like, it's like that. And I really don't agree with that. I think that's super shitty because college is so expensive. And I think it would be so much better if they could just, support all high school students. But hey, it is what it is, right? Anyway, so they've got a really great program over here with CTC, and it lets the kids attend college early, work on their associates, and really, like, push through and get a degree. It takes, like, at least 2 years out of a 4-year degree, which is amazing because that means that's 2 years that you're not having to deal with your FAFSA or grants or all the other hoops that you have to deal with being, a regular college student. But anyway, so yeah. Alright, so all these are done. Gonna go ahead and Control A. Alright, and then export these out. I always export into the same, like, subfolder. And, alright, JPEG. Yeah, I always try to make sure it's JPEG because whenever you're doing something on social media, on Facebook, because it's 90% of where these photos go, is all metadata. Alright. Is make sure it's in JPEG because it's a CR2 file and it is going to get compressed because CR2 is huge and JPEG's tiny. But, like, JPEG transfers well when you're doing, like I said, social media. The other thing is, like, I know a lot of photogs don't like adding their watermark, but personally I do. The whole reason why I do that is just to, like, bounce back everything to my social media. Because, I'm doing these things for free. I want people to get excited and involved in all this other jazz. But if they don't know it's me, unfortunately, like, and this isn't meant to sound shitty, but unfortunately other people will take credit. And then that means, like, they'll get mad either at me or somebody else because they didn't get what they wanted, And then I'm left trying to fix it. So I'm just like straight up, nope. Not gonna do it. Not gonna deal with it. Where did you go? Export. Oh. See, that's me not paying attention. Same folder as original photo. Yes. See, that's what I should have picked to begin with. I normally put it, like, set it to that. I think I set it something else when I was just dicking around with other shit. Now I've got, like, duplicates of this. Psh. That's how my hard drive gets full. Bad idea. Anyway, so it's gonna export it over to my hard drive. Which, oh my god, it takes so much longer this way. But honestly, it's better than having it on my hard drive. Because, yeah, there's a whole lot of nope there for the hard drive. Alright, let's see how these guys turned out. Ooh, look, cute. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I wish to God she wasn't there. I mean, like, this would have been such a great shot if she hadn't been there. But, you know how it is. You do what you can. No, this one is cute. Okay. And then these are two different events. So, yeah. Anywho. So, yeah. Ah! I have, like, two different screens. One's, like, for my table, like, my laptop, and the other one's my TV up here. Which is why that looks like a hot mess. Eventually, I'm going to get real monitors. I'm going to become a real boy someday. Shit. Where the fuck did you go? Bitch! Still over on the other side. So this is my life right now. I'm trying to fucking... There we go. Thank you. Anyway. Look at Facebook real quick. Jump over to Beats real quick. Alright, so normally what I do is like you know, this is one of the sites that I maintain. This is Bring Everyone in the Zone, which I've been pushing them really hard to try to get like information and interest and all this other stuff, because the lady that runs it is so sweet, but she has no digital presence, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm trying to help her out as much as I can, and this is kind of how I'm doing it. Upload photo video. But yeah, so I'm taking my time and my own money and all this other stuff to really try to push forth her program, because it's an amazing program. I mean, they give out money to help out like people that can't pay their utilities, and people that, you know, need furniture. Like, they go above and beyond when it comes to that sort of stuff. And that's what I love about Maureen, is like Mojo. That's why I call her. That's like my nickname for her. She's so above and beyond for everybody, and I love that about her. She's just the sweetest person. But I'm not gonna lie, people take all the extra stuff she does, they take a lot of it for granted, and I guess it hurts in a way, you know, the fact that they take all the work and all the extra push that she puts into things for granted. Because she is such a nice lady. But anywho, yeah. Nah. Alright. So, I post some on there, and then I always just post some on my own business page. Because I'm a bougie bitch. And I like attention. Not really. It's just easier for people to find stuff. Like, not everybody looks at one page or another. Like, they know to look on my page. Create photo album. Alright. Ah! This is hard. I can't, like, drop the phone. Oh my god. Shit. Look at this. No, bitch. Alright, fine. I'll just do it individually. I can't, like, drop the phone. Just do it. Fucked. God damn it. Well, live and learn, right? Lions Club Park. date. It's today. Which I love the concept, like I said, of the whole, you know, women's veterans type thing. I think it's awesome. I wish to God they had, you know, more programs like this. Which my friend Seb, she's a female veteran, and she thinks it's stupid because, you know, why should I have my own day type thing? And I'm like, well, because, girl, my own veterans get kind of picked last for the baseball team when it comes to recognition. You know, they're not normally seen as veterans. It's normally, you think about the husband and everything, they're like, oh my God, thank you for your service. And it's just like, yeah. I mean, I think personally it's nice to have a day for female veterans, you know? I hope it actually, like, raises more awareness, because I'll also admit, too, like, especially working with beads, I've noticed that so many more people that need assistance are actually women. Like, those are the demographics that you'll see so much more of that come in, like, needing help and stuff like that. NAACP. So, I mean, it's nice to give them a shout out. So, I don't know, I mean, it's just a thought. Youth Council. 6777. Yeah. Alright. And these were over at I bet you this place doesn't even exist on, like, Google. They're like, help center? Where the fuck is that? See? Look, it don't even exist. Alright. I gotta update the place for Bring Everyone in the Zone. Alright. And post. Bam. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm gonna end up, like, of course, tagging the same people, because, like, with these photos, like I said, they're pro bono. So, these photos, I have to make sure that I tag the people that are involved in the programs and stuff like that, because it's not really meant for me to get paid. It's meant to help out other people and help, like, spread a positive message. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Sounds exciting. It's really not. So yeah. Anywho, if you have any questions on, like, editing, stuff like that, feel free to hit me up. Or if you have any questions about, like, hey, how does, like, this kind of social media work, like, doing photos like this work for, you know, your groups, that's totally cool to hit me up too. I'm so big into helping other groups, like, spread their message, especially if it's a positive message. Like, if it's a positive message, I'm all about it. But yeah, free to hit me up on my YouTube channel, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!